After legal troubles, vaccination comments, and defending Miss Love a bit to NSW, Nicki Minaj is back in full force with a full proper rollout, 2 brand new songs, and an album coming out before summer. And the only question Nicki Minaj has for you is...
Do we have a problem?
Nicki Minaj has always been a controversial figure. She has been endowed in scandal after scandal. But 2021, that's a whole different beast. And it really was not her year. And a big factor of that is the ever-present Nicki hate train. The Nicki hate train started back in 2017 with the release of Sheether by her favorite fellow Miss Remy Ma, and it just continued to grow, dragging on to the release of Nicki Minaj's 2018 album, Queen. Queen, the album, was really overshadowed by the Nicki hate train. That era's focus wasn't about the music, as much as Nicki and the BARZ wanted it to be. It was about the hate, the stuff happening around Nicki instead of a time to appreciate the album for the art that it is. An example of this is when Cardi B decided to play darts using her shoes at the Harper's Bazaar Icons party with Nicki as a bullseye. She missed. And just stuff like that kept happening around Nicki, which really just dominated the Queen era.
But when the panini started to happen, when Nicki Minaj received her 2 #1 hits with Trolls and Say So, when she announced her pregnancy with Papa Bear, she started to replace the Nicki hate train with the Nicki love train. And she started to receive a lot of praise. TikTok really loves Nicki, and I mean, as they should. She runs that app without even trying. And this Nicki love train continued until the first half of 2021 when she re-released Beam Me Up Scotty for streaming services.
After months of being inactive and being on hiatus, Nicki Minaj comes back with this picture, and she broke the internet with this one. Continuing on to tease something coming up for the entire week until at the end, she announces and surprise drops Beam Me Up Scotty coming to streaming services. It seemed like 2021 really was Nicki Minaj's year. She was set to release her docuseries and album, but then stuff happened. Controversy after controversy, scandal after scandal. It seemed like the Nicki hate train was back at it again. And people were even saying that she ruined her image, she won't have another hit, Nicki Minaj's career is over. Well, you know how Nicki Minaj loves to prove bitches wrong. A leak disclosed to The Sun that Nicki was planning to come back with a new song featuring Lil Baby called Do We Have a Problem? And she came back alright. She built up so much hype for the release of this single.
She first tweeted Dewey and then an announcement of the song. Then she released multiple pictures. She did a lot of radio interviews, late night show with James Corden wherein she hosted the show. She went to a Lakers and Clippers game wherein she teased her new song, and she was greeted by the entire stadium.
Show some love and make some noise for the Queen Barb herself, Nicki Minaj!
I mean, look at her impact. Nicki Minaj released Do We Have a Problem on February 4 featuring Lil Baby, and oh, it's a bop.
Nicki spat on this song, and Lil Baby ate and left no crumbs. The chorus is so damn catchy, and Nicki singing on it released just a cherry on top. Tell him I need him a bitch, you're rider. I got a shooter and I got a driver. Also, will this be a Nicki song if Nicki didn't provide us with some bars?
Boys will send your whole set like it's around 6 clips. Whole team get flyer than round trips, bitch. Nicki in here did a double entendre with son and son. She's saying that her boys will body you or that you are under her level. She's sunning your whole gang. But she's also referencing sunsets. Boys will sun your whole set. Sunset. Set has a double entendre here as well, as she's referencing like a movie or setup. And also the sun coming down. Boys will sun your whole set. So she's like bringing the sun down to the whole set like it's around 6. And 6 o'clock is around the time that the sun comes down. It can also mean that you and your crew will see the sunset, darkness, and death soon. I don't care how long it takes to get an outback on my boys outside steak, bitch, we outback. Steak here is used as wordplay with the word steak. Obviously, we know what steak is. It's like a very expensive and kind of a luxury meat. And steak is a post driven into the ground to act as a boundary mark. It's also slang like this is our steak. And I think everyone knows like the trope of the police or detectives normally having a stakeout when they're watching a possible enemy of the law in secret. Outback is also used as a double entendre here, saying that they are out back, like they are waiting for you in the back. But also Nicki is referring to the Outback Steakhouse restaurant, and you are the steak waiting to be eaten like your dinner. Honestly, Nicki, I feel like I'm in prison right now because I'm just bombarded with bars. Like, how do you even come up with this? Like the pen game.
Nicki Minaj also released a 9-minute music video for Do We Have a Problem? And it's not even a music video. It's a mini movie. The music video is inspired by Salt starring Angelina Jolie, and Nicki really was in her acting bag here. She also teased a second song with Lil Baby called Bussin, set to be released on February 11, 2022, and I can already tell you guys, this is gonna be a future hit.
That wish a bitch would, I ain't taking my wish back. Essence, but bussin', driving foreigns, bitches bussin'.
Do We Have a Problem is doing great numbers, has been #1 on Apple Music, #1 on iTunes in over 40 countries, #4 on Spotify USA, and #26 on global Spotify. It's currently predicted to debut at #2 on the Hot 100, making this Nicki's 20th top 10 hit, and we're still gonna make this #1. BARZ, listen to me, y'all better stream the fuck out of this song. The locals are loving the song. The people who turned their backs on Nicki back in 2021 are now switching.
Yeah, they switched like.
So Nicki has a hit song with Do We Have a Problem, she has another future hit song with Bussin' out next week, and she has an album coming out before the summer. As she revealed in James Corden.
But when are we going to get an album? Is it soon?
Yes. I do know it's soon, and I do know it's a lot sooner than it's ever been. And I know that it's coming this year. And I know that it'll be out before the summertime.
She's just back doing music because it's fun. And I think that's what separates this era from the Queen era. The Nicki hate train really was so prevalent. There were people challenging her crown. The general public was comparing her to girls who were basically karaoke singers for ghostwriters. And with all of that, Nicki felt like she had something to prove. And I think Queen, the album above all else, was a statement to everyone that she is still the queen of rap and that she is the queen of rap. And if you want to know why, listen to the album. And I think she delivered on Queen. But I think something that Nicki realized along the way is that no matter how great the art is, people will still doubt you. Not everyone will see your talent, no matter how much you showcase it. So I think this era, Nicki's really just focusing on creating great music for herself and for her fans. Of course, Nicki still wants her songs to be successful. I mean, her music is still a business at the end of the day. But now, she doesn't have anything to prove to anyone because she herself knows that she is the queen of rap, that she is the best, that she's Nicki Minaj. And you can see that with how she's been handling drama. Of course, she's still Nicki Minaj, so you know she's about to get into some things because these bitches really are trying her. But look at how she handled her drama with the City Girls. An interviewer asked Nicki about her and the City Girls potentially on a track together, and Nicki said,
"Would you do a record with the City Girls?"
A few years ago, I was thinking about jumping on a record. And then social media happened. And the thing is, whenever you post something on the internet, whenever you say something in an interview, it's there forever. It's about, I want to work with somebody that doesn't like me.
But immediately, Nicki went on Twitter to say that her, JT, and Young Miami has moved on, and that all of them are cool now. So I think this is a great sign that this era is gonna be different from the Queen era because this era is really gonna be about the music, not the other stuff.
She's doing interviews with smaller radio stations, she's getting back to her roots with acting, and that's really the gist of this era, I think. This era is about Nicki going back to her roots. And this isn't something I just noticed. This is something that Nicki herself has said. I think another reason why Do We Have a Problem is becoming such a moment for the BARZ and Nicki, and why I think the general public is loving Nicki right now, is because of the rollout of the song. It's clean, concise, organized, and that's all thanks to Nicki's new management.
Nicki really has not been blessed with the greatest management for her career. The fact that Anaconda's video took weeks for it to be released after the song was out, and they chose the week that Shake It Off went #1, if they would have played their cards right, Nicki would have gotten her first solo #1 hit. This was also the case for Chun-Li. Nicki's songs back in the Queen era also used to leak like crazy. This time, no leaks of any kind unless the team approves it. That leak from the Sun for Nicki's new song, I believe, was part of the plan all along because it grew hype for the song before the song was even properly announced. Nicki's new management really knows what's up.
And that's why I think Nicki Minaj is emancipated. I think this era is gonna be Nicki's emancipation of Mimi moment. This is gonna be her comeback era. The album just solidifies her legend status. Just by looking at how both Beam Me Up Scotty re-release did and how Do We Have a Problem is currently doing, and the quality of both projects, we already know that Nicki's next album or NM5 is gonna be a smash. And if anyone ever tries to question Nicki and her status again, you know she only has one question for you.
Do we have a problem?